Hello, howdy. We're back with another video. Some more of these scents, fragrances, whatever you want to call them. Perfume, aftershave, cologne. And we have some more fragrances. And some more fragrances. And some more fragrances. And some more fragrances. Okay, basically this whole box is full of fragrances, right? Some of these I have smelled already. Mainly these ones I haven't. I don't think I've smelled any from here. But there is some in the box that I have smelt, so I'll try to mix them up a little bit. Okay. So I think we'll start off with Lattafa. There we go. Fakhar. Lattafa. I won't make a joke in this video about Fakhar because everyone's already heard of it. Everyone's already said all the jokes you could possibly make about the name because it sounds like a little swear word. So hang on a minute. I can't remember which ones I have reviewed already. Oh, here we go. I'm just looking on my notes on my computer. I've got a few that I have reviewed, and yes, I didn't review this one yet. So perfect. I shall give this a spray. On the arm up here somewhere. What does this smell like? Or more importantly, what is it a clone of? Because it's supposed to be a clone fragrance of YSL Y, EDP, or any of the Y fragrances. It's supposed to be a clone of those. Does it smell like them? Not really. Does it have any similarities to those? A little bit. Okay, so the main similarity is actually YSL L'Homme. So, not the original L'Homme, but Loumari Parfum. It's the blue liquid, but Loumari Parfum smells very similar to the original L'Homme as well. So, it does have a little bit of that ginger cardamom smell in there. Citrus, ginger and cardamom, a little bit musky and powdery. But it is fruity, musky, powdery, citrusy. There's a little bit of cardamom, ginger smell in there. And YSL Y EDP, or a lot of the Y fragrances, they generally have a distinct smell. That smell is juniper berry, apple or citrus, and that very iconic ambroxan smell. So that ambroxan in and lavender as well. So lavender, apple, juniper berry, ambroxan. That's the main thing you really get in the YSL fragrances. The Y. A lot of people do say that Loumari Parfum smells a little bit like Eau Fraiche. I don't really think so. To me, this is a lot closer to the original L'Homme than Y. But in the dry down, you do get a little bit of the Y DNA. So I guess you could say it's almost like a hybrid of Y and L'Homme, but leaning a little bit more towards the L'Homme as well. And the smell of this is really good. So a lot of people have said they want better performance with YSL L'Homme. This is that fragrance where if you want YSL L'Homme with good performance, this is probably the one to go with. So I'll just go on Fragrantica and just look at the notes quickly. Because, oh yeah, I also want to just point this out. This is the black version, so it's Fakhar Black, not the original. I don't know what the original is. I think the original is just called Fakhar. Fakhar Black is actually the one everyone talks about. So when people talk about this fragrance, they're talking about the black version. And I think there is a few others. I think there is like gold or something, some weird other bottle. So the main ingredients is apple, ginger, bergamot, juniper berry, lavender, geranium, sage, tonka, cedar wood. So even though this has the similar ingredients as YSL Loam, looking at this, it looks like the closest would be Y Live. I think Y Live does have the ginger in it as well. Or I know there's one Y fragrance that has ginger in it. So this might be closer to Y Live. And that's actually the only one I haven't tried yet. So I can't really tell you if it smells like Y Live, but I can tell you that it doesn't really smell that much like all the other YSL fragrances. YSL Y fragrances. I need to fix my posture as well because it's getting really bad. Okay, so let's just look at the notes again. It has the apple, juniper berry, lavender kind of thing going on for it. That's the only real similarities to Y. But I don't really smell them as much. I mean, you can smell them in here. It's just not that noticeable. And I think in YSL Y, the lavender is actually really noticeable, especially in the Les Parfum and the Intense. The lavender stands out a lot more in the Les Parfum and Intense. Whereas the EDP, you get a lot more juniper berry and apple. Eau Fraiche is just pretty much citrusy. So this fragrance, the main reason why it's different, because of that ginger cardamom smell in here, it smells a lot more like Loam. So see if I wrote down any other notes on my computer that I'm missing. I said a little bit aquatic. It's got that kind of violet smell to it as well. So it's a little bit more like violet than lavender. And it doesn't have the sharpness of the Y fragrances as well. So this is not a sharp, aggressive ambroxan bomb. This is actually a lot smoother, a lot more mass appealing. And I think this is the better choice. Actually, I do actually prefer this over the Y fragrances. So a lot of people that don't like YSL Y, get this. I do recommend this because this is like, it's pretty hard to hate the smell of it. So oh yeah, my sister likes it, but she said it's a little bit more masculine. So I don't actually think it's that masculine. I think it's pretty close to the original Loam. But then again, looking at all the girls' scents, it's not really feminine. It's not a feminine fragrance. It is, I guess, more masculine because the wood, the ambroxan and wood tends to be a lot more masculine. So we shall move on to the next. Paco Phantom Parfum. This is a little sample. I didn't buy this. This was actually I did buy it, but it was not full when I bought it. So you notice there is a little bit missing out of here. I've sprayed it once, but I really like the smell of this, so I want to spray this on the wrist. And these are the types of atomizers I like for samples, because you see how small this the gap is. It means you can't overspray these. You get like the one little spray and you're not using too much out the bottle at once. So I really like this, that you can't overspray these, and it helps you save a bit more liquid. Downside is there's no lid on it. I wish it did have like some type of lid where you could just keep the smell in as well. Overall, it doesn't matter. This fragrance, this is really good. So I've never smelled the original Phantom, but this is really nice. This is a nice tonka vanilla, almost like fruity tonka vanilla. It's got these like darkness to it. It's a dark sweet fragrance, but I'll just check my notes because see if I've written down anything the first time. I said it was a little bit like bubblegum. Yeah, it's a little bit like bubblegum and a little bit like ultra male. It's got a little bit of that ultra male bubblegum vanilla smell. So musky vanilla, tonka, bubblegum. I know bubblegum's not in it. I'm just describing the smell right now. So musky, vanilla, tonka, bubblegum. It's got like this fruitiness to it. So like Paco Ultra Red. So if you've ever tried Ultra Red, I think this is very inspired by Ultra Red, which almost has like this red fruit smell to it as well. Yeah. So I don't know anything about the original Phantom, but I know this is good. So if people are hating on this one, I don't really understand if anyone hates this. I think people like this one though. So far, I don't believe I've seen many people hating on this. But I know the original got so much hate, it actually did put me off trying it. So maybe I'll try the original. So I can't really compare this to the original. But this is like that ultra male type of smell. Ultra red and ultra male. So both of those fragrances. Even afternoon 9 p.m. or 9 a.m. One of those. That afternoon fragrance, which is supposed to be a clone of ultra male. It's like that as well. I don't know really what's in it. I think it's a little bit woody and peppery. Now think about it. I'm getting a little bit of something dry, which is usually wood, like that dryness, and a little bit of pepperiness. So it's like a peppery wood. I wouldn't say the pepper is like that strong where it would be like Herba Pura, well, the Herba Pura clones, which are just loaded with pink pepper like way too much. This is not like that. This is like yeah, more like a peppery wood. So along the lines of cedar, vetiver, sandalwood, something like that. So I'm gonna just check the notes. Phantom Parfum. And a lot of people don't like the bottle, the robot bottle. I actually do like it. I think it's cool. Some people think it's tacky. I don't think it's tacky. Okay, that makes sense. So the fruity smell, I said it's that red fruity smell. It's rhubarb, of course, because rhubarb, it does smell like a red fruit, despite being a vegetable. It is very fruity and like red. Citrus, I'm not getting that much citrus, but I do get like that powdery musky cardamom. So it's got cardamom in here, but to me it smells a little bit more like powdery musk instead of cardamom. No tonka, but there is vanilla, lavender, cedar, and it does have vetiver. So vetiver is that peppery wood smell. Rhubarb is that red fruity smell. Vanilla is that tonka vanilla smell. And cardamom is the powderiness. Yeah, it's good. I know there's like lavender in here as well, and geranium, but yeah, I can see why the lavender is in here. I don't think it's like a lavender based fragrance, but I can smell it a little bit in there. Like the same with Ultramale and La Male and Ultramale. Those La Male fragrances do have that lavender in there as well. So I think This seems like it's inspired a little bit like from those fragrances, just without the mint. Really good. So I do rate this one, but I don't think it's better than Fakhar. I just think this is a good balance of fresh and sweet. This is just pretty much all sweet. So it's a sweet bubblegum fragrance, very youthful, like a clubbing scent, your typical clubbing scent, I guess. So next fragrance, I guess we shall look at is maybe one that I haven't tried yet. Just give me one moment to pick a fragrance here. Okay. Perfect. I got Aventus Absolu. I know a lot of people want to actually see me react to this, so I'm gonna review it. Aventus, the new Absolu Aventus. Haven't smelt this either, by the way. This is one of those fragrances I was saving specifically for this video. What the? Yeah, I was gonna say it smells a little bit like Sauvage, but now I think about it, it is that Creed DNA. Yeah. It is like a sweeter version of Creed Aventus. So it's definitely an Aventus fragrance. It just took a few seconds for that Aventus smell to come out. I don't know why, but it was like a delayed reaction there. Like the smell was a little bit delayed. But now I can really smell it. This is like actually smells like more of the fruity batches of Aventus now I think about it. It's got a lot more of the black currant in there. Yeah, this is a lot more black currant scented. Where I know the other Aventus are pineapple forward fragrances. This is a black currant forward smell. It's a lot darker. It's like that black currant, that birchwood, ambroxan, citrus. It's got some citrus in there, which it might even be pineapple. So pineapple, blackcurrant. I'm assuming the notes are very similar, just with a lot more vanilla and blackcurrant. So they've made this darker by adding more blackcurrant, more vanilla to it. You know what? I think this is getting a little bit closer towards Cedrat Boisé. I think it's starting to creep a little bit more towards Cedrat Boisé, honestly, just because of the sweeter vanilla, the more blackcurrant, it's almost more dense and darker. So it's still got that peppery smell, the woody smell, the ambroxan, the masculine smell. It's got that fruity pineapple, blackcurrant. It's got the birch. It's got your typical Aventus DNA in there. Just a lot sweeter. So I don't know what else I can say. Let's look at the notes for this. I can see why a lot of people like it, why it's getting a lot of hype right now, because it probably reminds them of the earlier batches of Aventus, right? So the earlier batches of Aventus were apparently a lot more fruity. I think this is like tried to mimic those earlier batches. I never got the chance to try the earlier batches. But the ingredients are grapefruit, blackcurrant, ginger, cinnamon, cardamom, citron, pink pepper, whatever. So I can really notice the smell of the blackcurrant in here. So that is obviously the show, the star of the show, I should say. I wouldn't have guessed cinnamon is in there, and I probably would never have guessed that it's got ginger or cardamom in there. Because honestly, I don't smell those in this fragrance. Maybe if I sprayed a lot more. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't have the exact same notes as the original Aventus, so that actually did surprise me. I was expecting to see like at least vanilla or some birch, pineapple or something in here, but the notes are completely different. And I don't know why, but I'm trying to like talk, and my voice is like some of the words aren't coming out properly. So I do apologize for that. Probably should have grabbed some water, but it's very strange. My voice, it acts up sometimes, so I apologize. I like this one a lot. Even though half the charm of Aventus is the how fresh it is. I mean, I do like Aventus in general, and I like pretty much all the Aventus clones. I don't think we needed another Aventus style fragrance though, but if anyone's going to release one, then it's got to be Creed, because Creed are the OG Aventus. So I would rather Creed keep releasing flankers than everyone else kind of copying it, if that makes sense. So the next fragrance is three. Okay, I'll just do this one. It's called Porthole by Loumari. This has been a little bit hyped. So I'd still consider this underrated, not overhyped or anything, but it's got some hype, at least in the Australian fragrance community. I know Oligarch talked about it, and then a few other people kind of caught on, and they wanted to try this fragrance as well. It's supposed to be Aventus style, or at least some people say, but it's not. It's completely different. I haven't tried this. I have tried this, sorry. This was one of the fragrances I got the chance to try yesterday. Okay, we'll do... nope, I'll spray it on my arm, because I've already smelt it. I don't really need to spray it in a good spot, like the back of my hand. Okay, what do I say about this fragrance? It smells a little bit like an oil diffuser. My sister has these oil diffusers in the house, and they got like this, it's almost like a toilet spray smell. It's a little bit fruity. So this fragrance here, the main smell is like a fig, citrus, and like a tropical fruit. So it's got like this figgy smell to it, but there's also like a tropical fruit. I would say mango, pineapple, or passion fruit. Like, it smells a little bit more like mango to me, unless it's just like citrus mixed with a fig, or unless it's like pineapple mixed with some flower, because I do smell a white flower in here. I don't know what kind of white floral it is, but it is quite strong. So it's one of the more stronger white florals. I wouldn't say it's jasmine or lily of the valley or neroli or orange blossom. I wouldn't say it's those. I would say it's a much stronger, more feminine white floral. So I don't know, frangipani. I'm trying to think of the tropical kind of florals. Maybe frangipani. I don't know if that's a white floral or yellow floral. Gardenia, magnolia. Either way, it's not that bad. It's just got a little bit of a toilet spray smell. I think either because there's fig in here, or it's one of the flowers or the fruits or something. It might be cheap citrus. It might be a cheap pineapple. Might be passion fruit. Passion fruit smells a little bit like toilet spray to some people. So yeah, I would say if I had to guess the notes, fig, citrus, mango, not guardian, magnolia, and there's like something green in there. I don't know if it's like a green mango. It's got like a greenness to it. But it's certainly, it is certainly a fresh mango. So if you are looking for a fresh mango, this is a fresh mango, or I don't even know if it is mango actually. So before I say that, I'll check the notes before I say that because I don't want to bite my tongue. Porthole by Loumari. Oh, wow. It's got iodine in it. That is a surprise to me because I don't really see iodine in, or iodine. I don't see that in fragrances very often, but I know what it is. It's in this. There's my voice again. It's an essential nutrient that humans need to survive. Humans don't produce iodine, but it's found in a lot of our seafood and seawater, and some soils have it, but pretty much iodine is from salt and salt water. So I'm assuming the iodine in here is supposed to smell salty. If I had to say, I would say it's supposed to smell salty. And salt is listed as one of the notes, so I think it's sea salt, iodine. That's probably the same thing. It's supposed to do the same thing, right? Geez, my vocabulary is terrible today, so I apologize for that. Yeah, it says white blossom. It doesn't tell you what flower this is. It just says white blossom. So I have no clue what floral it is. It just says a white blossom. It's got pineapple and passion fruit and caramel, bergamot, and ginger. So I didn't get the ginger in this. Yeah, that's a surprise. I usually like the smell of ginger. I don't really smell ginger in here. It just smells more like cheap citrus and white florals. And that passion fruit is a little bit cheap smelling. The pineapple is not. It's not the pineapple I enjoy. I don't think it's a very high quality pineapple, unfortunately. So, I was gonna say this is a masculine fragrance, but it's actually not. It's actually quite floral. So, this is unisex. I would consider this unisex because I do get a lot of floral in there. Yeah, definitely unisex. But do you want to smell like an oil diffuser or toilet spray? Up to you. Maybe you will like it. Okay. I also have a fragrance in here called YSL Myself. This is one of the new YSLs. Myself. I'm not going to review it this video because I want to tease you for a little bit so you can watch my next video. I'll review it in my next video. However, I think I want to review this one. Actually, no, it's Invictus Victory Elixir, so I won't review that either just now. Come on. Let's try a fragrance I haven't tried yet. Okay. Gisada Ambassador Intense. So this is the Intense Gisada Ambassador. In one of my previous videos, I reviewed the original Gisada Ambassador. So in this video, this is the intent. The difference is, I think this is more of a clone of Sauvage Elixir, because the original is a clone of Sauvage, just an EDT or whatever. This is the Elixir apparently. Yeah, it's definitely an Elixir clone. And it's quite nice. It is actually a little bit different than Elixir as well. This is more fruity. So Elixir has this black licorice smell. With the lavender and nutmeg, cardamom, I think cardamom, nutmeg, black licorice, lavender smell to it. This actually smells a lot more like fruit. This has like a fruity smell, but it also has that Sauvage Elixir smell as well. So I don't know what's in here. I'm gonna say lavender. If I had to guess what fruit that is, I'd say like plum or something. Maybe like a plum, or I don't know. I think there is licorice in here as well. So licorice, plum. No, not plum. Licorice, lavender. Sorry, licorice, lavender. Nutmeg, black pepper or pink pepper. I don't know. This one's a little bit confusing to me, so I'm going to just check the notes of this, because the video is going to go forever if I don't make this quick. I would have liked to give myself a little bit more time just to pick out all the notes for this, but this is a very complex scent, so it's not really something that is going to be that obvious. Wow. So there is a lot of notes in here. It looks like there's like 20 notes in there or something. Like, I'm looking on Fragrantica right now. There's so many notes. That's what I mean. This is so complex. I couldn't smell it all with my nose. I was like, what the hell is going on with this? That plum smell is raspberry. So I just want to point that out. The plum smell is raspberry, and it does have licorice, nutmeg, pink pepper, and lavender in there. So that's the main smell of that Sauvage Elixir, right? So Sauvage Elixir, nutmeg, licorice, lavender, and that fruity smell is raspberry. But then it's got so many other things. It's got incense, pink pepper, alimi, ginger, bergamot, caramel, cinnamon, cloves, jasmine, heliotrope, freesia, tonka, vanilla, cashmere, leather. Way too much stuff to note. So I'll just keep this short and simple. I like this more than Sauvage Elixir because it's fruity, and I do like the freshness of Sauvage Elixir, but this has a fruitiness that I really prefer over Sauvage Elixir. So even if there's a lot of people out there that love Sauvage Elixir, I do say try this. This is not an accurate clone or anything. It's similar. It's like 80% similar, so it's not the closest clone out there, but it's in that same family as Sauvage Elixir. You can definitely recognize it, but you'll recognize it's got a lot more of that original Gisada Ambassador DNA in it. So it has that Gisada Ambassador DNA mixed with Sauvage Elixir, if that makes sense. So it's not just Sauvage Elixir, it's Ambassador and Elixir combined. And that's the only way I could describe it. And yes, it is a little more peppery. I bet you the dry down of this is going to change a lot. It would be interesting to smell it in 1 hour. I think in 1 hour, it would probably be a lot closer to Sauvage Elixir, because Usually in the dry down, you get a lot more of that pepper, that cola smell. You get a lot more of that licorice smell as well. So I'm assuming the dry down is going to be very similar. But as of right now, it smells a little bit more like Ambassador mixed with Sauvage Elixir. Very interesting. I think that's 5 fragrances. Let's do a quick ranking of all of these for you. So Lattafa Fakhar is the best. Second best is... Ooh. It's hard to choose between Aventus Absolu or Paco for the second best. But I think... I'm going to go Paco. Paco Phantom. The reason is it's a little bit different. I've smelt Aventus too many times now, and I'm just a little bit over the Aventus DNA. So I'm going to put Paco second. I made the Phantom Parfum second. I'm going to put Aventus third. And then fourth and fifth, Ambassador Intense is going to be fourth. And Porthole is going to be last, because I really don't like Porthole, but all the other ones, I like the other ones, okay? So, thanks for watching, guys. Sorry this video is a little bit longer. I should have edited it, but I know you don't really like the editing, and it takes me forever to edit a video, and I would have just waited forever to edit and upload it. I just procrastinate way too much. So, I know if I'd never get around to uploading the video if I didn't film it like this. So I'm just gonna finish the video here, upload it. I apologize for the extra long video this time, and have a good day, guys. Peace out. Like and subscribe below.